It is National Bat Day. Feels like that's too soon. The panel is back. Janine, Frankie C, you're both here. Janine, let's start with you. Too soon for Bat Day, no?
Too soon. Too soon.
I feel like if this were a Mets game, Frank, we'd all be excited about Bat Day, but today, not so much.
Usually I look forward to the annual Bat Day. I have my Bat Day decorations, but not this year.
No.
I cannot believe this, but it is true. It is trending right now, right there. You can see number 5, Bat Appreciation Day. And now let's just leave this here before everybody starts getting crazy. I know the story of some dude in China ate a bat and now everybody's dying could not be true. Somebody said that the pangolin ate the bat and then the people ate the pangolin and then maybe that was it. Now there's a new theory that says that some intern dropped a vial, he got it, and then it got everywhere. I don't know what's true or what's not.
That sounds like a superhero movie or something.
It does, doesn't it? Did you? That's the latest theory, though, that some intern contracted this first, and it literally spread from one person.
Are they going to let interns handle something like that?
Doesn't it feel like there are, having been an intern myself and having been in an industry that relies heavily on interns, don't you feel like some industries shouldn't be allowed to have interns at all?
Yeah, you have to hire experienced people or people that are going to be paid to do this job. You can't hire someone that can give two shits about being there.
Yeah, I just feel like, what's the term that they use in like plumbing and all that? What do they call that? Something Smith?
Apprentice?
Apprentice. There you go.
Apprentice. Well, what was I thinking? Blacksmith, maybe? I don't know what I was thinking.
You're an idiot.
An apprentice. We should have apprentices in a lot of positions, in a lot of industries where you just watch from a distance for a little while. And it feels like maybe in any sort of laboratory, whether it's a virology laboratory or whatever, but maybe in a laboratory setting, interns shouldn't be messing with the vials at all. Right?
Agreed. I mean, even with I haven't seen a lot of doctor shows, but they're not interns. They're like experienced people that they let into the surgery.
Right.
They're like that close
Residents.
to being a doctor.
Residents. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're that close.
When I just gave birth in November, a resident came and asked.
You had another baby in November?
Man.
Forget.
He asked if he
quarantine's
could
messing
watch.
with me. Who,
And I
the
said-
the resident?
Yeah, and I said, sorry,
Yeah.
not sorry.
I had that too. The doctor came in and goes, I have an intern, a resident here. Could he come in and examine your wife? I said, are you effing crazy? He's like, get away from me right now.
Not today, buddy.
Not today
Not
at all.
today.
I just don't
Not
know
today.
why. Yeah, I don't understand where Bat Appreciation Day comes from, and it feels like this is all way too soon to be doing this. And look at this one tweet is hysterical. You might be Victorian if you really know how to celebrate Bat Appreciation Day. Look at
Good
these.
Lord.
What is that?
That is an outfit.
It's like, what happened in Victorian times that this is how they,
There's some weird stuff going on back then.
Look at this one. I hope nobody ever invited this person to a party. That's
You know what though? This could be all out of context. This could be, some kind of costume party. We don't know.
No.
Okay. It's just a bunch of weirdos then.
It's a bunch of weirdos. Look, whoever invited this person to a party, don't invite Maggie. She's a weirdo. She's got horns on her head.
Horns will do it.
She's getting
That's a
swiped
costume.
on Tinder.
It's like a Halloween party.
And it's
problem?
weird. And it's just weird that Bat Appreciation Day is trending when we're pretty sure that however way this thing came about, there's a good possibility it came from bats.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but that's the going theory, I guess.
Still, look at this friggin' thing. And people are like, oh, look how cute. Does that look cute to you? Does that look cute? If that came running at you, you would squish it as hard as you could with whatever you have close by.
I would
Yeah.
scream. Definitely.
Bat Appreciation Day. Come on. People, you know what it is? We never licensed anybody to officially name a day. And
Yeah,
that
who's
suddenly
coming up with these things?
people realize anybody could do it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's the wild, wild
Can we
west
dec-
when it comes to naming
Can we
days.
declare an official day?
Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you
The
want
three
right
of
now.
us?
Yes.
Oh,
We got to come up with a good appreciation day. Like tomorrow, Saturday,
You're on a
April-
podcast. You're in front of a camera. You have every right to do whatever you whatever you want.
April 8th. Yeah. No law stopping me yet.
Yeah.
April 18th is tomorrow. I say we name it National Lucky Charms Day. I'm
Oh.
looking at a thing of Lucky Charms.
I'm sorry, that's taken.
I bet you there already is a National Lucky Charms Day.
Probably. I don't know. What else could National Metallica Day?
Oh,
God.
that's taken too.
You've got to get
That's
more
every day.
hobbies. We gotta open you up a little bit.
During quarantine, I doubt it.
Not
gonna
during quarantine, but Janine, don't we need to get Frank a little bit more cultured, a little bit more?
I am plenty cultured.
I don't know. I feel like you're in, and not just you. I don't want to pick on just you, but there's a lot of our friends that we know that you guys are just like, you will never stray out of your lane, like ever.
That's not true.
You don't
I
think so?
stray.
You stray?
Yeah.
With
I like other things.
Like what?
I like TV. What? Like compared to what? Like I like Metallica. Sure, they're
I
my
was
number
like,
one band.
I was like,
But I
check
like other
out.
bands.
I was like, check out Rocket Man. You'll love it. It's critically acclaimed. He's like, meh, yeah, it was all right.
It was okay. It was.
But if James
good.
Hetfield
I
walked
didn't think it was
into
great.
the middle of a scene, you'd be like, this movie was killer. This is good. I like Elton John
I'll
ever
give you
since. See?
not
He
Elton
was
John.
in that that thing on Netflix about what's his name, the serial killer.
Oh, yeah, the guy who Manson.
Not Manson. No, the guy everybody thought was really good looking.
Oh, yeah,
The serial killer.
the Manson guy in California.
No, not Manson.
Oh, all right.
I don't know his name, but he killed like a lot of people.
Oh, and Hetfield was he
and-
was like a cop in that.
He was a cop. He was
Yeah.
actually. I thought he was actually good. He did it. You know, he's only in like 2 scenes, but he was good.
What a surprise! Frank thought the Metallica guy was good in the movie.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
I
a
like
question.
other things.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a fair question. This is a fair question.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible to discover another band that you will love as much or more than Metallica?
Not at the moment, only because
See, you're not open to
I've-
new things.
no, I could, but only because I've been a huge fan of Metallica since I'm like 12. I can't, imagine investing 30 years into another band and being like following, all the trivia about them.
That
That's
wasn't.
like a whole,
But if you, but what I'm saying is you're closed off, because if you were open, you'd be like, of course, like there could another band could come along and I could love them just the same, if not more, as I love Metallica.
But the thing is, if another band comes along, they'll be new, and they won't be. I mean, Metallica is like almost 40 years old,
Right.
so there's so much behind them. If a new band come out, they'd be new. They'd have one album. I would think it was great, probably, but I'd still have Metallica as my band.
Let me try Janine. Janine, do you think you could love somebody as much or more as you love Britney Spears? Be honest.
Ooh.
See, it's not as easy.
I think you guys are crazy. It's very easy.
No, it's not.
Well, I
Do you
feel
think,
like
Anthony, you could love someone more than you love Dominica?
Yeah, but you're talking about the
Oh.
significant other is different than a band to love.
of course I
Is
can.
it?
And the answer is yes.
Oh,
No, I mean, but that's the thing. You're picking bands and musicians the way you're picking husbands and wives over here on this side of the screen.
no, I'm not.
I screwed that up the front. I think it's this. Yeah, that's this side. Yeah, these two over here are the problem. No,
Well,
you're go ahead, Janine.
Britney is now old.
Right.
So it's time for someone else to take over. So I feel like if
Yeah, but
there's
in
someone
your
like
mind-
her, well,
Could
she
be like
lasted a long time.
could be like the person, could be like whatever. I don't think that Frank would ever give up the mantle of it. I don't think Frank is open enough to be like,
Sure, I am.
you know what, these guys are really good. I like these guys.
I just looking at the musical landscape nowadays, I like the music that came out of this era. So it's not like something new. If something new came out and I liked it, I'd be like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. But my favorite is probably always going to be Metallica.
Okay, Karen. Whatever makes you comfortable, Boomer.
Boomer.
How's your?
I'm not a
Are
boomer.
you filling your medications? All your medications being filled? Are you getting to the early bird specials? How old are you?
I'm starting to regret agreeing to this today
I like the
on
people
National
that
Bat
came
Day
out
of all
of.
days.
Of all days.
Of all days, how
Let's,
could you do?
yeah, let's not fight today. But that what you said was very old manish. What you just said just now.
I like the music from this genre, and that's if another band came out in this genre that was better than Metallica. I don't know. I mean, define better then. They came out with a
It's
better.
not better. I'm not
10,
saying like they
12
have
out,
better
you know.
sales. I'm just saying, are you open?
Comparable.
Are you open to listening and like digging a new band the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
You told a beautiful story on this podcast. So your brother came in and was like, "You got to hear this song," and you listened to it and you fell in love with Metallica, and it was a lovely story.
That was a moment in my life.
Yeah.
That changed my life.
Right. But
Really?
what my point is you're not
Aw.
open to that moment again. If your brother came back into the room again and was like, Frank, this you got to hear, I don't think that you would be as open to. What I'm saying is
I'd
you
be open to it.
would you?
But when that happened, it was, I was a kid, and it was like my formative years, and I was just discovering other things, and this was introduced to me,
Mhm.
and
12 years old. You were discovering girls, penis, Metallica,
wait, what do you mean?
Playboy. I don't know.
Your own. I think she means your own.
No, I mean
Yes,
you
you're-
were. No, what I'm saying is, I was, it was my formative.
impressionable.
Years,
I
meaning
get. Look,
I was.
look.
Yes,
we-
I'm impressionable at that age.
We all
as,
love
as
we
you
all
are.
love our high school bands. We all love the if you ask there's that old saying, if you ask anybody what the greatest SNL cast is, they're all going to say whoever. Our answer is going to be whoever was in, the cast during their high school years. Yes, of course. But the point is you're not why are you still why do you shut down now and just look back at that as opposed to being open to the idea of maybe something else could come along that could possibly be better, or that you would enjoy more than Metallica, and you might miss it because you're all sitting there worshiping the Metallica.
I'm not missing it. I will listen. I will always love the music that Metallica makes. But if another band came along and made great music, I would appreciate them too. I don't know. It's reliable. The music hasn't changed. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. There's a list of the most popular foods that Americans are ordering under quarantine by state. And I feel like whoever wrote this article in the Daily Meal tried really hard, maybe did like 10 or 11 states, and then let an intern finish out the rest of the
definitely.
list.
Whoever reads the last half of an article anyway.
I mean, seriously, and with this one in particular, you have to really scroll pretty hard. Case in point, the first state that's listed, Arizona, apparently they're ordering French fries. Now, have you ever in your life just ordered French fries?
No.
That's a side.
It's usually with a bunch of other things.
Yeah, that's a side dish.
Definitely.
So that makes no
But
sense.
I guess that's consistent. Like, in other words, if you're ordering a burger, you're going to get French fries. If you're ordering a steak sandwich, you're going to get French fries.
Right.
So the common theme, I guess, is French fries.
It's French fries, but it's kind of a loophole. It's kind of a bust. In California, they are ordering chicken tikka masala, which is not only delicious, but also really fun to say.
That is tikka masala. Yeah.
I'm surprised
feel
it's
like-
not healthier in California.
Like some
I'm not
avocado
100%
salad.
sure what that is.
Chicken tikka masala?
There we go. His
That's because you're not open to new experiences.
Yes, I am. I want to know.
It's Indian food.
Yeah, it's Indian food.
Okay.
It's delicious.
I'm sure I'd love it.
Did you ever have?
I was on a chicken tikka masala
don't
run
think I
like
have.
2 years ago. Like nobody's been like you read about in the papers. It was intense with
I don't
jasmine
think I have a
rice.
place around me that has this. That has.
Frank, I will
Tikka
find
masala.
you one and I will send it
Please
to you
do.
later.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
would love it. I'd love to try it.
it's chicken tikka masala. There's always you know.
Well, do you like spicy or no?
Yes.
Do you like curry? There's curry
Good,
in it.
that's another thing.
I could try it. I don't know if it's been in something that I've had. I'm not aware of it. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not in love with curry dishes. A lot of curry dishes, but chicken tikka masala for whatever reason that goes down without a problem.
That's what she said.
That's right. She did say that quite often. In Colorado, they're ordering carne asada fries, which is just, like nachos, but just on top of fries, which I always call Irish nachos. That's basically when you replace the
okay.
nacho with a potato. So that's kind of the thing. They're doing burrito bowls up in Connecticut. Florida is French fries. And here's one issue. Now, this might be stereotypical. You might call me biased, but even Frank pointed this out pre-show. In Georgia, the number one thing is pad thai. And
That's a shocker right there.
there seems to be an alarming number of southern states that have pad thai down as the most ordered. Like, that's not what I would assume. Now,
No.
this is a New Yorker thing. All three of us being from New York, we feel like you can't get a decent cup of coffee, a decent bagel, or decent Chinese food or pizza anywhere outside of New York. So we have to
Agreed.
put that disclaimer out there to begin with. But I'm surprised that we saw pad thai listed on a bunch of southern states.
Yeah, Kentucky is one of them there too. I like it though because it's open-minded. Look at that! Look how much I love open-mindedness.
Wow.
Michigan is another pad thai.
Here's another one I
Embracing
don't
it.
believe. This is BS. In Iowa, a poke bowl, like in Iowa? Come on.
How good? I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Now, this relies on fresh fish, and it's not like you can't get fresh fish in Iowa, but when you don't have an ocean near you, a poke bowl being your number one thing, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, that could be rough.
Here's
Fake news.
this feels like
Frozen
fake news. There's
poke
Frank's
bowls.
Kentucky pad thai. I miss Chinese food. I miss Thai food.
Oh, so do I.
They're all closed by me. Janine, are all the Chinese food places closed by you?
You know what? I don't know. We're not Chinese food people, so
Really?
How could you not be Chinese food people? It's amazing.
because I prefer pad thai.
Okay, is the local Thai Asian fusion place near you?
I have to say, I have not found one that's up to par. So
Up to your standards,
exactly.
your pad thai standards.
All right, the savages.
This is a weird one.
Who live in
Go ahead.
Maine? The savages who live in Maine, their number one thing is cheese bread. They can't even put some sauce on this and have it be a pizza like a normal person. They're just ordering cheese bread.
Cheese bread. Hey, that's weird because Maine is like a big seafood
Lobster.
town.
Yeah, stick
Yeah.
to that. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most popular thing in Maryland. That doesn't even look like a good bagel. That looks like a Dunkin' Donuts bagel right there.
Right. Also, thank you guys for not pointing out that I called Maine a town.
I didn't notice because Maine is a town.
Yeah, I thought so too.
They're lucky we call it a state. In Massachusetts, they're eating burrito. That's quarantine food right there, my friend. Load it all
true.
up. Let's get gassy together. Let's make it happen.
Here comes that quarantine duty again.
Okay.
Nothing better being stuck together inside than something that'll blow your colon out.
Seriously. And here we go again. Pad Thai in Michigan. Like, I just don't even like
No.
New
That doesn't-
York, San Francisco, areas where there's a high concentration of people that enjoy this food. You would think that these things would be topping the list, but it's not even. Are we to believe that in Minnesota, garlic naan bread is the most popular delivery item? Who the hell knew you could even get that delivered in the first place? And again, this seems like an
Minnesota.
appetizer.
Who's- ugh.
Nobody's sitting there going
I
like,
don't
"Oh,
get it.
I'm gonna get some naan bread for dinner tonight." In
Garlic
Missouri,
naan bread.
crab rangoon. Again, this is an Asian appetizer.
That's weird.
Like, are you for real?
Oh,
Crab
no.
Rangoon.
How is it that here in New York, where we have the best, Asian fusion, Chinese food, Thai food, everything, we can't keep a place open. But down in Missouri, there's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to crab rangoon that they're ordering it so much.
I can't wait to see what is the number one food in New York.
I looked at it, but I forgot. I'm devastated by the crab rangoon. I friggin' love crab rangoon so much. I miss it so much. Do you know that I went to the store that the week or two ago, whenever the hell that was, time's a joke. I got frozen crab rangoon because both of the places near me are closed. So we got frozen crab rangoon. It sucked balls. It was terrible.
How'd you do it in the oven?
Yeah, it was it was in the freezer section. Like if you go, you know how they have like the seafood freezer section, which I rarely ever go to because we have fresh seafood here all the time. I was just like perusing in there, and I was like, "Let me get this 'cause I'm so in the mood." Yeah, I was perusing.
I like that.
I'm fancy with my crab rangoon and my perusing.
It's hard to get a good frozen food that was fried.
Yeah.
Yes.
When something's fried, it's hard to eat it after it's been frozen.
It really is. So we have a bunch of crab meat that we never made for this crab meat dip thing that we were going to do. And we got some cream cheese. We're a scallion away. The next time we go on a trip and get some scallions, once we already have the wrappers, the wonton wrappers to fry it in. We are a scallion away from homemade crab rangoon, my friends. It's going to be
You
amazing.
have wonton wrappers?
Yeah, I got wonton wrappers. You know why?
Just the essentials during quarantine, I guess.
Do you know why?
Why?
So I'm
Because you're
open to new
open-minded.
things. That's right. That's exactly.
I got there as soon as I said why.
You're close. You're in Lucky Charms aisle and the hot dog aisle. I am in the international foods aisle, my friend. Open
Old
to new
reliable,
things.
baby.
Lucky Charms.
See now, Nevada
good.
chicken teriyaki bowl that I could believe.
Where?
Nice.
In Nevada,
Okay.
because there's a lot of
Yeah.
killer food in Nevada, in the strip and even off the strip. They got a lot. They got a good scene. There's a good scene over there. Now
I have a feeling all of that chicken teriyaki is coming out of the buffets.
probably. I've never met a
Scooping it
chicken
right out.
teriyaki I haven't liked, so I got no problems here.
That's true.
New York this might be a surprise to you. I would assume what would you think the New York would be?
Pizza.
Pizza, right? Like everybody, like it's the go-to. It's the only thing that we're actually still ordering and getting delivered. New York is jerk chicken. Right?
That
This
doesn't add
list
up for
is
me.
bullshit.
I can't even name a place that makes it.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean-
fake news.
I know there's good jerk chicken around. I know people are eating, jerk chicken, but more than pizza? Like,
No. No.
look
Sorry.
at this. They
mean,
they didn't even give a shit enough to count Jersey. They're like, I don't know, chicken sandwich. Who cares? Let's move on to the next
Whatever.
one. Doesn't
How
even
is
Oh,
matter.
Jersey? Forget it.
Pizza wasn't on any of these lists, right? On
No,
any
I
of
haven't
these
seen a
states.
pizza yet. You're right. I haven't seen a pizza yet.
That is weird. Something's off about this list.
These North Carolina nachos look pretty damn good, though. Doesn't that look good?
Oh, I can go for nachos.
God, I could. Me too.
Oh,
How you doing over there, Jimmy?
that's what you sounded like.
That's like what that is.
I did not.
I could go for some nachos.
Just being open-minded. That's
There you
all.
go.
In Oklahoma, we are to believe that the spicy tuna roll is being ordered the most. Like, I mean,
In Oklahoma,
yeah. I mean,
where the wind blows.
are we being terrible, biased New Yorkers, or is this just absolutely crazy?
It's crazy.
Like, okay,
is just-
here, fried chicken in Oregon. Like, again, I wouldn't, like, in Oregon, I would assume maybe more seafood. They're right on the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, North Atlantic cod or some crazy thing like that. Something that's local to them. But
Wait,
fried chicken in
what-
Oregon?
What was Oklahoma's thing? It was some sushi roll?
Spicy tuna roll.
Spicy tuna roll. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Oklahoma landlocked? I think it's landlocked, right?
Now I got to go to Google Maps. I believe Oklahoma is landlocked. But no, it's close to... It's the panhandle with Texas, no?
Could be. I'm not
Let's
sure.
see. I'm
But-
looking it up now. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure it's landlocked. Right
It
next
is.
to Texas
Yeah, it's
is
above Texas.
Louisiana, and
Yep.
okay, it's above Texas. So tuna is the number one thing there.
Yeah, spicy
Oh,
tuna.
okay.
I can kind of see because you mix tuna, like that gets mixed up, and that could probably be easier to.
Yeah, but it has to be
ship?
sushi grade. It has to be like top quality tuna.
Right. But I mean, there's spicy tuna rolls in 7-Eleven and in gas stations. You know what I mean? So, but
This is true.
even more to that point, which is like, is that what they're ordering? Like gas station style. You know what I mean? Like that's the most ordered thing in Oklahoma. That's disgusting. In
According to Uber
Pennsylvania,
Eats.
here, whoever wrote this is from Pennsylvania, clearly, because they got this one right. The cheesesteak, and that should be the most
cheesesteak.
popular thing in
That
Pennsylvania.
makes sense.
Hot dogs in Rhode Island makes sense. South Carolina, they gave French fries. Okay, again, Tennessee, pad thai. What the hell?
Pad
Come
thai,
on.
baby.
I mean, it's like they literally took a bunch of stuff. There must be. I wonder if there is a chain or something, but there must be one hell of a pad thai belt down there in the South that through all the.
It's news to me.
Yeah, really.
That's what's happening, man.
Pad
It's
thai
the wave
in
of the
Texas.
new future.
I mean, I love it. I love pad thai more than anything. I'm dying for some pad thai. I feel
I could
like
go for that.
lo mein is the poor man's pad thai.
Oh, yes.
Hey, don't crap on lo mein. I like lo mein.
I love lo mein, but I mean, come on. When you have an option, it's a little bit more for that pad thai. But when you have the option, are you going for lo mein? You're on your deathbed. They roll in a tray. There's lo mein on the left and pad thai on the right. It's your last meal. Which one are you eating, Frankie C?
Those are my only choices: lo mein and pad thai.
What did I say? That's the only thing on the tray on the deathbed in the hypothetical hospital.
In Tennessee.
Yeah.
What's in the lo mein?
Keep in mind you're in Tennessee.
I'm in Tennessee. Well, then pad thai, because that's the lo mein. That's the pad thai capital of the world, apparently.
Janine, pad thai or lo mein?
Pad thai all the way.
Yeah, it's not even close.
No, there's no
It's-
question.
And I feel like we've all been. You are gonna get some comments on that
Yep,
that coffee
that
sipping.
slurp.
People are going to eat you alive.
Hashtag Janine Slurp.
Seriously.
There already is that hashtag. Oops.
That's trending from yesterday.
Yeah,
from Horny
exactly.
Day.
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I feel like we were all eating lo mein for years, and then at one point in our lives we discovered pad thai because that wasn't common like 25
No.
years ago. Pad thai, not the way it is now.
no, the pad thai definitely kicked itself up a notch.
Yeah, and now we literally, we've just gone to a new level. The cheddar
What am I looking
state, the cheddar state, Wisconsin, crab rangoon.
Wisconsin, baby.
Oh,
I'm going to.
That's it. Crab rangoon and pad thai. Those are and French fries.
I feel like
Those are the big ones.
Do you know in those movies where they have the congressional oversight, where they have all the people come in and there's like a big deal and everybody's upset and they're all taking pictures and the light bulbs are popping like in the 50s? That's what we need to do to the author of this article. We need to put them on public trial.
it's the interns.
It really is.
Probably an intern put this together.
I want to see if somebody had the balls to slap their name on this. By Madeline Buiano. Let's see what Madeline.
Good job, Madeline. Wisconsin crab rangoon. What the hell?
Yeah.
I can go for some crab rangoon. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I'm dying for just some Thai food.
Thai. That's it.
Yeah. Just, I would love it. I would love it. Although, like I said, we are a scallion away from having our own homemade crab rangoons.
I don't know how you have all the ingredients for crab rangoon in your house right
We have cream cheese. It's crab, cream cheese. I think it's scallions. It might be a couple other little things, but those are the main ingredients.
I don't know how you have crab.
We got lump crab in a can because, like I said, we were gonna make a crab dip one day, and then we just got sidetracked, so we couldn't do it.
All right.
Janine, do you have to go?
What time is it?
It is 20 minutes past the time you said you had to go earlier.
He didn't message me yet, guys.
So yeah, should we keep going? What do you want to do here?
I guess so.
Should we
Maybe another 10 minutes.
Okay, let's go with Dr. Phil then. Dr. Phil
Oh, good.
was on. We don't have any
Was
Dr.
on
Phil
drugs.
fans in the podcast, do we?
No.
I kind of
Well, we all know what you're going to say.
Oh,
so.
well, yeah. Well, I like Dr. Phil. I like
Do ya?
Dr. Phil. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any
No.
problems with him.
Well, go ahead. Play what he said.
All right, so he was on the Ingram Angle, which is such an awful name. For a lot of these cable news shows are just up front with Burnett. They're like, go away, stop it. We get it. You're the first show. Come up with a better name.
Yeah, just the news with. That's all you need.
Yeah. What point did we decide that everybody needs
In
to have
your
a
face
name?
with Frank. It's like, no, just give me the news. Stop
That's
it.
it.
So he was on the Ingram Angle last night, and he says he was revealing the health risks of the COVID-19 shutdown.
250 people a year die from poverty. And the poverty line is getting such that more and more people are going to fall below that because the economy is crashing around us. And they're doing that because people are dying from the coronavirus. I get that. But look, the fact of the matter is we have people dying. 45,000 people a year die from automobile accidents, 480,000 from cigarettes, 360,000 a year from swimming pools. But we don't shut the country down for that. But yet we're doing it for this. And the fallout is going to last for years because people's lives are being destroyed.
So he said
250
okay,
people a
Dr.
year
Phil.
die from poverty.
We got
Stop
you,
it,
big
Dr.
dog.
Phil.
He said that 360,000 people die in swimming pools every year. That's not true. That's a lot of people.
That's ridiculous.
That's basically Maine. That's basically Maine is what it is. And the
whole state dies every year.
Town.
the
Town,
list,
Frank.
Town.
the amount of people that die in a swimming pool is far. I'm trying to find it here because I had it before, but it's like,
Yeah, 'cause swimming pools aren't contagious, by the way.
thank you. And that's the whole point. Is like, I don't understand. Now you have all these talking heads and they're saying all this stuff about car accidents. Again, Frank, you nailed it. Car accidents are not contagious. It's the X factor in all of this that changes it from every other thing that kills us as Americans. Diabetes, heart disease, cancer. It's all, you don't
Penis
go
accidents.
in,
Right. That's right below heart disease.
it is. It really, really is. I mean, I don't understand. Like and Laura Ingram, and by the way, I'm not just dumping on her, but every one of these asshole cable news people from CNN and Fox News and MSNBC. You can't have where did the journalistic integrity go when some half an idiot comes on and is spouting garbage that you don't challenge them back in return? Like, how is
You just go along.
how is Laura Ingram's response not car accidents and drownings aren't contagious? That statement that you just made is asinine.
Because Laura Ingram, I don't want to get political here.
It's not about being political, and it's not about Laura Ingram,
Well,
and it's
she's
not
on
about
a
Fox
network
News.
But yeah, well-
But you could make the same argument for Don Lemon on CNN, and you can make the same argument for who's the short-haired girl on MSNBC. I forget her name. I can't.
me.
Her face bothers me though. Maddow, Rachel
Maddow.
Yeah, all of them. Like, they're all just pushing this narrative, and it's just not healthy for people to be seeing, because then the uneducated idiot sees Dr. Phil saying this and goes, "Oh, it's Dr. Phil. He knows what he's talking about." And
Oh,
runs
it's
Wait,
it-
Doctor.
what do you mean?
That's it.
Who's pushing this narrative?
What do you, they're all put. They're in case you haven't noticed, but over the last 2 or 3 days, the new narrative now is we're doing more health damage than good by being quarantined, and that we're causing way more damage being quarantined than if we would just be out there letting everybody die, basically. Because what happened was, here's what happened. They told everybody to stay inside, which they did. They followed the rules way better than anybody thought they would do. And we went from these insanely high numbers of infection and death all the way down to here. Now, instead of just saying, good job, everybody, you did it, we stopped the spread of this thing, now they're panicking and saying all the projections were off.
Yep.
I don't understand how it's a projection. It's not supposed, it never ever has a projection been nailed to a T. There's rates of change. There's all these things that can happen. Like, just stand there and
There's
say,
variables.
There's variables. Stand there and say, we're proud of you guys. You did it. You knocked down maybe 100,000 deaths to way lower than that. Great job. But instead, they started backpedaling. And then the media, both sides, started asking questions. Why were the numbers so high? Why were the projections off? Is this why we crashed our economy? Blah, 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 this and that. Like, it's unbelievable to me that people want to sit there and talk about there's 33,000 people dead in this country from this thing. 33,000 people. We lost 3,000 people in 9/11. Okay? There's 33,000 people dead from this thing right now. I don't know any one of these assholes, Dr. Phil, Laura Ingraham, any one of them, you put them in the chair and make that decision. Would you trade a good economy for 33,000 lives? None of them would take that deal. Yet they're all Monday morning quarterbacking now on the sidelines, trying to be like, this is a mistake. We shouldn't have done this. Reopen our country now. So this is the narrative that's been growing over the last couple of days.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen people saying reopen the country now, except for the people in charge.
It's basically, it's all Tucker Carlson did a piece 2 nights ago saying, and I love the way he did this, that our leaders got it wrong. When they don't want to make the president look bad, it's our leaders, right? But when they do want to shit all over, like and both sides are doing this. Both sides are playing these games. But in this particular instance, it was Tucker Carlson who turned around and said, our leaders got the wrong information. That's why the projections were so wrong. I don't think so, because your hindsight is 2020. 2 weeks ago, when we didn't know what the hell was what, everybody was all on the same page to shut this thing down and slow it down for a little bit and see what this is, because nobody wanted to kill, their sick old aunt by accident if they had this virus. We were all in the same exact boat. I don't know why we're panicking now and starting to blame one another, talking about the numbers are wrong and everything else. I feel like up until this point, we've done everything basically correct.
Right. So what numbers are wrong?
The projected
Tucker Carlson said the projections were off.
Projections of what?
The information that they used to make the projections was incorrect.
Projections for what? When to reopen?
No. How to shut down, how to handle coronavirus overall. We had all these numbers of 100,000 deaths at minimum with mitigation and 1 million deaths at minimum without mitigation, and those were horrifically off. People were talking about us hitting the peak way later and it being way higher, and as it turns out...
we're not done with this yet.
We're not done, but the numbers are starting to curve, whether that bounces back up or not, whatever, but as of today, the numbers are starting to curve down, and it looks like this is not going to be as horrific as it could possibly be. So we're not
That's
even...
good. Why is nobody saying, well, we're doing the right thing. We're doing the good job.
Yes.
We're lowering the curve. So
nobody's saying, they're already starting. They're already starting with, why did you do this? Why did you do... And by the way, I said this 3 weeks ago. I said, if this is successful, they're all going to turn around, and all the people in the media are going to turn around and shit on this, be like, why did we crash our economy if only 30,000 people were going to die? You told us 100,000, But it's like, when you're a leader, when you're President Trump, when you're Governor Cuomo, when you're Gavin Newsom, you don't want people to die because of decisions that you make. And everybody would be in the same exact boat. Every one of us would be in the same exact boat. We wouldn't be like, oh, screw people, we need to make money. But now it's starting to turn the other way, where it was successful. We did do all the right things. But now the narrative is, look at all this economic damage that we've caused ourselves and will be causing ourselves for years to come. was it worth doing that? And that's exactly why Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, all these guys now are starting to do these shows. You Google Dr. Oz, Google Dr. Phil. Who's the other one that used to do Loveline? Not Adam.
Volunteer.
Yeah, not Adam Carolla. The other guy, the supposed, he's a psychiatrist or whatever he is. He's not even a real doctor.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Dr. Drew. Yep.
They're all starting to say the same thing. Like we're causing more damage economically. Was this worth it? People are inside and they're feeling alone and all these other things and depression and all these depression numbers.
Make any sense?
It doesn't make any
Because
sense.
once we go outside again, the numbers are going to shoot way up.
It doesn't make any sense because if you took Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz and all these people and you put them in Governor Cuomo's chair 3 weeks ago and you put them in President Trump's chair 3 weeks ago, they would have made the same exact decision. They're full of shit if they say that they wouldn't have.
The problem is you can't make everyone happy.
Of course not. Of course not. And the media where it is now, the media is doing such a piss poor job because they're so much more inclined to get clicks and have engagement and have people read their articles that they have lost any sight. Like the media used to play a role in all of this. Like it used to be your job and responsibility to convey the information to the people. They've lost
that's the
that.
problem. Now there's too many opinion shows. That's where there are all these news stations. There's people at a desk giving you the news. And then they bring on all these people to just tell you their opinion. And if we got rid of those and we just stuck to giving people the news and having them decide for themselves,
Yeah.
then it would be better. But no, you have people on all the stations coming out and saying, well, this is why it's stupid. This is why it's this. This is why it's that. We don't need that. That's not news. That's opinions.
Right. You're
It
right.
should be a whole different category, a whole genre. You want to be an opinion station? Don't be on a news channel.
But we're also in this weird place through nobody's fault of their own, where years ago, if you wanted to find out what the president was doing or did, you had to crack open a newspaper or you had to turn on the
What's
radio. Right. You had to turn on the TV at 5 o'clock. Right. Now, if you want to find out what Governor Cuomo was doing, you just go to his Twitter and he'll tell you,
Yeah,
So
nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing wrong with that. And of course, yes, you do need people to have checks and balances in place, and you do need to question your leaders, and the media should be playing that role. But you watch these press conferences, and the ones with President Trump are ridiculous.
I can't watch them. I can't.
Even the ones with Governor Cuomo are ridiculous. Like the questions that he gets, like 3 days ago, for the first time since this whole thing, again, 20 some odd thousand people dead, right? 3 days ago, the curve starts to go like this. He goes, I don't know if we're in a plateau, if we're in it's going to dip a little and then rise, or if this is going to go, we don't know. He goes, you don't know. The next day, guy asks the question, do you think you made a mistake by closing down all the schools and all the government? And he's like, guy, we're not even, it takes 3 days for us to even see if these little numbers are actually true. 3 days.
Well, that's on the reporter.
But they're
That's not
all
on the
doing it.
readers.
But they're all
I know.
doing it. Newspapers, cable news, they're all doing the same shit. And I sit there and I watch and I go, just ask. There's a lot of scared people. There's a lot of people in their homes. We're raising kids. We're working from home. We're doing this. We're doing that. We're not. Ask a good question. And this goes back to should Joe Exotic get pardoned? Like, asshole. Like we laughed at it too. We all pointed
This
and
is
laughed.
life and death, though.
Yeah. And this is what you're doing? I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd. And to turn around and ask these guys, oh, was this or that or that? Like, we're not even through this yet.
We're not even. Yeah, this has got a long road ahead of us, and we're questioning what we did last month. It's like, no, we all went inside to stop the spread.
Yeah. But
And
it
it's
started.
working.
It started 2 nights ago with Tucker Carlson's report that he did about the numbers being off and our leaders having wrong information. And then that went to last night with Dr. Phil And like you can just see it. You can see the tide turning. You can see the boat turning in this certain direction. And it's like we're not even there yet. Like, stop. Go back to how can I help people with this hour of time I have on television,
Exactly.
to get through
Because you
this.
got people like Tucker Carlson and whoever wants to go on TV and give their opinions. They're not giving news. They're just coming up with theories, and it's fine, but not for if people are watching expecting news and information, they shouldn't be watching shows like that.
Well, that's the problem. But we lost cable news 5 years ago. I mean, we lost it 5 years ago, and people still tune into it every single night like it's the gospel.
Well, they have to be aware of while they're watching it, even in news shows. While they're watching it, there are times when they're giving information, and then they drop their opinions in here and there. So you have to be able to be smart enough to look at what they're saying and go, all right, well, that's a fact, but that's an opinion, and you can't take everything as gospel.
Yeah. Mr. Phil is also trending right now.
Yeah, he's not a real doctor.
To change him from Dr. Phil to Mr. Phil.
He's not a doctor. So anybody who thinks he's a doctor, he is not.
Yep. All right, Frankie C. Anything else?
I love doing these. They're keeping me sane, these podcasts, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
These things, my wife and my dog. That's all I need.
Wow, your wife is second to the
and
podcast.
Peanut butter.
Holy cow.
Not in that order. My wife, dog, and then the podcast.
And peanut butter.
When we had Ethan
In the
on
top
from
3, though.
When we had Ethan on from 8 o'clock shot group, he was drinking peanut butter whiskey, and now all I see everywhere is peanut butter whiskey.
Same here.
You're seeing
my
peanut butter
God.
whiskey too?
I am.
What the hell?
Yeah. Well,
It's the
Big
new
brother.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Big brother. It's what the Republicans want us to drink. That's what it is. That damn Fox
Got
News.
us.
I almost went to work for Laura Ingraham. Did I ever tell you guys that story?
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
I did not hear this.
I think I did 2 or 3 interviews with her. I never met her, but I did 2 or 3 interviews with her people. Here's how much the world changed with President Trump. I interviewed for her show. This was her radio show. I don't even think she didn't have a show on Fox News before the Ingram angle, I don't think. But she was doing a lot of stuff on Fox News, I think. Anyway, they brought me in for an interview because she was doing political talk on the radio. And the guy said to me, he goes, political talk is waning. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. He's like, so Laura is branching out and going to start to do more entertainment and other things. And she's like, that's what we're looking for. We need somebody who can, do entertainment. And it was, it was like for that. And I was like, okay. And I went through the whole thing.
Oh, that would have been great. I have to say, that would have been great if she and others just went entertainment.
But that's where this was.
Before anything.
I don't even know when this was, 2013 or 14. Yeah, that's where the world was then. Think about that.
Yeah.
That politics was like, enough already. Let's just talk about more fun stuff. And now it's like...
I missed that.
Now it's like wall to wall. It's like if you're on Fox and not shitting on the Democrats, you're not doing your job. And if you're on MSNBC and CNN and not shitting on the Republicans, you're not doing your job. Like, it's insane how we just walked right over. Janine, any final thoughts other than peanut butter whiskey?
Oh, man. Just don't watch Dr. Phil on TV. He sucks.
Didn't he save Britney Spears, though? Didn't he do like a therapy session with her at one point?
Years ago.
He did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Save Britney. You got to respect him for that.
Save Britney.
Yeah, but how well adjusted is Britney nowadays? Did all that stuff really
Actually,
sink in?
Frank, she is.
Tell me. I'm asking.
She's doing good. Is she still under her parents' care or whatever that is? There's like a thing.
No, I think that's done, but she seems to be doing quite well, actually.
Good for her. Happy, Britney Spears is one of those people. I'm very happy if she's successful and happy, because I kind of felt bad, a little sympathy for her when she was in her rut. And it's, for celebrities, it's hard, I'm sure. but I felt for her.
Are you just saying that because James Hetfield is in and out of?
No, not at all. No, someone like Britney Spears, who's like almost alone in it. When they come out of it, it's a good story. I love that.
I feel bad for Demi
Oh.
Lovato.
You do.
She's going through stuff now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's always like depressed, and she did like an interview the other day, and it was kind of like I'm looking for somebody. She's like guy or girl, I'm looking for somebody, and I was just kind of like,
Whoa.
oh,
Hey,
like
it can't be easy when you're a celebrity to.
yeah, like how does
date.
Demi Lovato date? You know,
Got to be hooked up with other people, and that's why celebrities only date celebrities. You can't just ask someone out at a bar. They know who you are already, and you can't trust whether or not they're after your money.
yeah.
Or want nudes.
So if you, or what,
Nudes.
or nudes.
I've been tweeting at John Hamm to send some nudes. He hasn't answered me yet, but I'll keep you posted, Janine.
All right. Thank you. I've been for the last 5 years or so. But...
Anything on ScarJo?
What is hanging from the coat sign today, Frank?
Oh, that is a mug that I got when I visited Cheers in Boston.
Why?
It is an actual Cheers mug because it's one of my favorite shows, and it's a mug from the actual Cheers.
You see what I'm saying? One of my favorite shows. It's been off the air for 26 years.
Cheers, Metallica.
Yeah. You were caught in
I'm
1996.
allowed to
Romaine.
like things.
Orange
Leave me
soda.
alone. Why can't I like things?
Arizona iced tea.
Did you?
It's good too. I'm allowed to like things. Leave me alone.
Arizona iced tea since 82.
Did you pick lo mein or pad thai? I can't remember.
He picked lo mein.
You did, didn't you?
No, because I've had lo mein a million times. I probably picked pad thai because I haven't had it that often.
You haven't had pad thai that often? You need to
Not as
open
often
up.
as lo mein.
I feel like your wife is a lot more open to experiences and things. Is she frustrated being
I'm
married
open
to you?
to stuff.
Tell her to call me.
She loves being, trying different stuff. We go
I'm
traveling.
sure
all
she
the time.
does. She does.
But,
No, she definitely, Erin.
she-
Mhm.
Do you have
Yeah,
to? Does
she
she have to
loves those
drag
different
you? Does she have to drag you around to try something new?
Not at all. No. We
Not
go to different
missionary again,
restaurants.
Frank.
All right, that was a little personal. We have to take it to the bedroom.
Come on. Hello, reverse cowgirl.
This one here. And I give her the Jim from The Office look.
No, Erin is,
Exactly.
Erin is definitely a freak in the sheets.
Missionary.
She's doing
again.
everything. She's doing everything for sure. But I could just imagine her dragging you around to try new things.
No, we encourage each other we go to different restaurants. We travel. We always look up new places to go to travel to. Not now, of course, but we used to.
Yeah.
I know. I was looking at cruises and shit before this all happened, and now
I
it's
loved
like,
cruises.
how could you ever get on a boat again? Now they're talking about
I know.
Carnival knew that all this was happening, and they were just like, "Hey, party on the Lido deck! Like, keep it going.
That's it.
Ignore the sick people." Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think they had coronavirus testing on that ship.
No, but they knew something
No
was
way.
wrong. That's what the new articles are
They
saying.
knew people
Okay.
were sick, but who knows why.
When your wife tries to get you to try new things, what's the percentage of times that you're wearing a Metallica shirt when she asks?
A good 90%.
Nice.
Well, nowadays, I wear T-shirts all day, so this is what I wear.
Tell your wife to call
But, you
me
know.
if she wants to talk about getting you out of 1998. Let's see if we can do
Listen,
it.
Dave Matthews and the Islanders. That's all you're about. So give me a break.
Yeah, but I like new bands. I like, I
like
try
new
new
bands
things.
too.
Name a new band that you like.
I like
You're not allowed
Imagine
to
Dragons.
Okay.
Is that not new
Did you
enough?
say Maroon 5?
I did not say
Oh.
Maroon 5.
Man,
Do you like Maroon? Is that your thing?
No.
You
He's
don't
not
like
my thing
Maroon?
either.
You don't like the guy from Maroon 5? I don't believe that.
Too skinny.
Really?
skinny.
His voice,
Yeah,
the
he
voice
is.
is too high.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
His voice annoys me.
All right. Well, this podcast has taken its toll on me. So
Time to drink some peanut butter whiskey.
there we go. Thank you, everybody.
I'm gonna Fanta.
Don't you wanna Fanta, Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta?
I'm so glad that's how this is gonna end.
And that's time to go.